What's up, all my fight fans? So, I want to ask you guys something. Where in the hell is Colby Covington and Jorge Masvidal? We remember what happened in their fight. I believe it was in March. Colby had a pretty much one-sided decision over Jorge Masvidal, and a lot of bad blood, which spilled outside the octagon. We know the incident that took place. I believe it was in Miami. Not exactly sure where, but where allegedly Jorge Masvidal hit Colby Covington outside of a restaurant. And ever since then, crickets. We haven't heard anything. Haven't heard nothing. Not a peep. Not a potential fight. Not a contract dispute. Nothing. Now I understand why, because I do believe that there's some, with all these allegations that's going on, that this possibly going to court and all this other stuff. So I understand why in some cases they do need to be quiet, but at the same token, I don't understand why they cannot have a fight with each other yet. I know there was talks about, well, not even with each other, excuse me, but against other opponents, especially Colby. You know, Colby's usually very outspoken. Um, I know there was talks about him possibly wanting to go against a Dustin Poirier, and there's bad blood there too. But yeah, I have no idea what's going on. I really wish I knew more. I really wish somebody would give us something more, or they would come out, possibly do an interview. Possibly, I know Jorge has actually spoken up just a little bit more. I've seen him in other podcasts and other interviews, but he hasn't obviously talked about the case at hand and or any recent fights. There was also possible rumors of him and Gilbert Burns matching up together, but nothing. We're already past the half mark of the year, and yeah, I would love to see what's going to happen. I would love to see these guys match up with other opponents. You know, both of them are definitely not boring fighters. Colby, I know he's a big wrestler and he loves to wrestle, but we do know those epic fights that he had with Kamaru Usman. You know, Kamaru and him, they both guys just, Kamaru is literally that much better. Not even a whole lot of it. Not even by a whole lot. We see what he did to other opponents, but he cannot do that to Colby. Colby is literally that close from winning that welterweight championship from Kamaru. But nonetheless, I still would like to see him fight. I would like to see what he can do against a Khamzat Chimaev, even though Khamzat's already booked up with Nate. What he can do with the Gilbert Burns, and I know there's a few other fun fights for him to have in the welterweight division. I know there's also talks about him wanting to possibly even move up, you know, challenge Izzy for the belt. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure on that. He is kind of small, but hey, you never know. Maybe taking time off like he is now gives him a chance to bulk up, put on some good weight, and challenge Izzy for that middleweight strap. But he won't have an easy time with that one. Regardless of the wrestler you are, Izzy's a great striker with high level takedown defense. Not even the guys in his own division can do that. But never know. With Jorge, again, it's unfortunate that we are seeing this Khamzat Nate fight, because I would have loved to see the rematch take place more. You know, Jorge, Nate, part 2, BMF part 2, and maybe we could get that ending that we didn't get to have in New York back in, 2019? So that would have been fun to have, but it's all good. We would like to see him. I just would like to see him fight somebody else. You know, somebody. Possibly Gilbert Burns. We've seen that fun, exciting fight they had with Khamzat. So with Jorge Masvidal and Gilbert, that could be a very fun, exciting fight. And then we got possible return of Conor McGregor. You know, we heard about how Conor's talked about he's just going to walk in there to challenge for a title, but he didn't mention what title. Lightweight, welterweight, maybe BMF. Who knows? That would be fun too. Both of those guys. You know, I mentioned this in a previous video. Jorge's not a big wrestler. He knows how to wrestle, but if you strike with him, he'll strike with you. And we know Conor, same thing. Not a big wrestler. He can do a little bit groundwork here and there, but definitely not at a higher level. And we could see him, strike with Jorge. That would be a very fun fight. If I had to choose out of all those fights, I would probably choose that one. Very much choose that one because that one stylistically would be a very, very exciting matchup. Who would you guys choose? Who would you guys like to see Jorge against? Against Colby? Who would you like to see Colby go up against? When do you think these guys are returning? Do you guys think they're going to return this year at all? Like, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the notification button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.